introduce our first featured guest, Jody Sirota, who's a metaphysical educator, Akashic Records reader, channel, sound, and light language healer who has been known to even do work with the United Nations. So, Jody, we're going to spotlight you. Scott?
Hello? Is everyone muted? Make sure you're mute. Everyone is muted. So I'm going to do prayers to bring us into this energy and to hopefully maintain it. So I'm going to say a prayer first, the prayer that I use just to clear the space, bring in the angels and the archangels, and then I'm going to go into something else. I'll channel whatever comes through. Just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. And feel the sacredness of this day and this evening, and all of us together. Ate malkuth vegevora vegedula le'olam amen. I hereby banish from my space and all of your spaces all energies which are not appropriate, all psychic jamming, all negative emotional energies and memories which are not appropriate. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Ate malkuth vegevora vegedula le'olam amen. The atmosphere around us and through us is cleansed and purified and infused with love. The atmosphere around us and through us is cleansed and purified and infused with so much love. The atmosphere around us and through us is cleansed and purified and infused with love. And I choose to be a clear, pure, open channel of God's wisdom, love, healing, and light, bringing through the highest God, Goddess energy, helping to work with everyone's Akashic records as the collective of who we are right here, the collective of all that exists on the earth plane and all of consciousness. We ask that the record keepers open the records for those who are ready to make shifts and changes coming into the true Aquarian age, allowing for this portal right now that we're in with the 22222 energy. That energy is really about collaboration. It's like partnership. A partnership not just with two, but with the many who are in partnership. We are in partnership with all of the whole planet and beyond the beyond. And it's not just of humanity, it's of the earth and of nature, and it's of the insects and the animals and all that exists in all of consciousness on the earth, in the earth, on the earth, and beyond the earth. So close your eyes and hold a vision that we can come into a place of collaboration. We call upon the earth to anchor us even more. The key is to be in the body, in this incarnation, coming into this incarnation. We chose to come into a body to be the home for our souls to live in and express through. So the key to feel your connection to the greater whole of all of love, an all-inclusive frequency, including everyone out of compassion for all. So as we breathe independently, but we also breathe together. Tell yourselves as you breathe, you're breathing in what life can offer you in the highest understanding, the highest of who you are, to remember the truth of why you came here, being here with all the others that are here, those that we know, those we don't know, people from all parts of the world, and to be in sync with everyone. Those synchronicities that we feel are so miraculous. The miracles happen whether we expect them or not. So just expect that we can have a sense of peace within and without. So we call upon the energies, the hierarchies of consciousness, the hierarchies and the brotherhoods and the sisterhoods from all dimensions, all time, space, and dimensions, the universe and meta-universes, so that we know that we're connected always. We are the connection through that we are actually love, which is an all-inclusive frequency. There are no conditions. Everyone and everything is included. We ask that Kuan Yin is here, holding compassion, holding the space of the divine feminine with the Shekhinah and Sophia, the wisdom keeper, with the energy of Mother Earth and Mother Mary and the Magdalene energies. Achana shalachim alakar, this is light language. The choror shachan ebarakim barachela atarorush. Itukur inidishikurea, opening your heart even more than it already is, to receive the frequencies of the Christed energy, of the energy of the Divine Mother Mary, the energies of the earth, the energies of the galactic center, the energies of the stars, the planets, and beyond the beyond, to feel who we are in relation to all of this, that we are a part of it all. We're not separate from each other. We're not to not be separate from ourselves. This is a time also, not just of collaboration. We need this completely to be able to make this world a place where we are here to be the ones that are in our own consciousness coming into the truth, to remember the truth of who we are as that love consciousness. So as we are coming into that, we are here to remember and to awaken the divine feminine within us. But it's not just the divine feminine, it's also with the divine masculine. Every being has this masculine and feminine energy that makes up the whole of the divine relationship within, the true mates of the same soul or soulmates. So this is a time when the divine masculine and feminine are coming together now, truly in harmony and peace, truly in a collaborative relationship within ourselves. The feminine is the creative one. It's the one that has the intuition, is the receiver and being received. She's also the one that has to be still, to feel, to know, to give that guidance to the masculine energy. The masculine energy is more logical, practical, the one that, an intellectual, the one that can take that guidance and take it out into the world, make it happen in a tangible way, bring that manifestation back to the feminine, giving to her and receiving, she's receiving from him. It's through the heartfelt desires, the passion, that together they pick up where the other one leaves off. It's a collaborative energy, so we can call upon the collaboration of our own inner masculine and feminine, taking them out of survival energy from all pasts of times when things were not in sync, bringing back the equality, the recognition, the acceptance of the masculine and feminine within us, within all of us. We all have masculine and feminine energy. And as you bring that energy, breathe it in to your entire being, into all your cells. Breathe it into saturating your whole being. Breathing in the energy of pure love, which is an all-inclusive frequency. As you bring love into all your cells, all parts of your being, begin to remember the truth of absolute wellness, health, absolute divine perfection. Ashachan ilachari barachitokur inekila indo uninar. Esekishatan oshkato kwan iwan ahtaka yenakuruk. We ask you to have compassion for yourselves and to accept your higher conscious choice that you made to come into this lifetime, helping you to remember, and by accepting that you chose to come into this form, onto the earth, to be part of these changes that are happening. So as you accept that higher conscious choice when you sat with your councils of light, which you can also tap into at any time still, they're like your board of directors guiding you. And as they are there with you, as you choose to allow, to recognize that this was a good, right, and safe choice, although sometimes it doesn't feel that way, This is not an easy time on the planet. It's a time of change. It's a time of moving through polarities on the planet. But we are the ones that we've been waiting for to make these changes. So take a few deep breaths. Start to feel the support of the earth and the universe, all your guides. Start to make a conscious choice, a higher conscious choice, accepting that you can be here in this experience and make it through, not in survival, but to live and thrive and be in collaboration with all that exists. Awakening that ability to collaborate, to accept and recognize everyone has a purpose, even if they're playing out different roles than you typically would expect or want. We ask for prayers right now for the energy of in Russia and the Ukraine and all other warring countries or where there are battles or inside ourselves, inside each other, all the things that are taking place that are not in alignment with absolute love and the truth of that. As we move through the illusion to truth, we come into a place of peace within. As we come within that place of peace within, it affects the greater whole. Take a few deep breaths. Start to come back to normal consciousness, keeping your hearts open for the next one with prayers coming in next. Thank you.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you so much. That was so powerful. Thank you. It's really heartfelt. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we are now going to move forward to Daphna Mordecai. Thank you so much, Daphna, for taking the time and to illuminate us with your presence.
Thank you. I am so honored and delighted to be here with all of you in this time, in this space, in this moment. All of us meeting here right now for this opening, this 2222 portal. So much light and energy is already coming in. And this is a moment for us to remember ourselves, the truth of our being, why we are here in this moment, for this very auspicious time. There's a great shift of humanity happening. The energies are coming in to support that. There's also still some dark energies, warring energies. And this is a calling to all energies, all beings, to come to the light. This moment, this portal, because it is already written that there will be a golden age for humanity. This is the time. It is now that we are here for this, in this time and space and incarnation. And the light is pouring in. And we invite all those, whatever they are involved in, dark or light, to come to the light, which includes the parts in ourselves that may be still in conflict or constriction. Calling all those parts of ourselves and all beings everywhere to join us in the ushering of heaven on earth. That is what we're here for. And we are connecting to the earth energies, Mother Gaia, the core crystal of the earth, deep in the earth, as we gently just observe our breath and allowing that earth energy to come up into our bodies. and divine cosmic energies from above and all around, and our heart. Just with gentle awareness, inviting the energies of the highest frequencies and light through our heart, every cell of our being, microcosm to macrocosm, beyond time and space, connection to all our existences, which are all here now, embodied. Earth energies and divine energies mixing in a body, as we are the bridge between heaven on earth, earth and ether. We are all connected through our heart, our presence, and the light. There's a light blue energy coming in, connected to earth and ether, heart, just with our gentle awareness, no efforting, allowing ourselves to be fully with total acceptance and no judgment in this moment, to just receive and rest in the energies, be held in the divine energies as we are here to embody that and shine that out onto humanity. All the angels and archangels and all our guides are present. I'll work silently for a moment and just dive deeper into yourselves, into the heart space. And you can say these words internally with me if you feel called. I am one undifferentiated, continuous self, microcosm to macrocosm, connected to the light of creation. Remembering the healers that we are, the masters that we are, the truth of our being, complete regeneration, rejuvenation, and acceleration of frequencies in every cell. We are the ones to usher in this golden age. It is time, it is now. The light will prevail on earth. The light will prevail on earth. The light will prevail on earth. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Daphne. Amen. Thank you so much.
Amen.
Thank you. And our next guest is Joan of Angels. Scott.
Well, greetings, everyone. So happy to be here, to feel the energy here. I love how Jody started off. Thank you very much, Jody, for that, and for Daphne. So, dearest ones, today is an extraordinary day, one that comes around every few hundred years or more, maybe longer than that. Not exactly sure. We didn't do the math, but knowing that it is a unique alignment, not just numerologically of the 22222, but the lining up of the planets astrologically, of the Pluto return, of the time in history that is so extraordinary, that each of us is blessed to be a part of it in this day, time, and age. And because of that, we wish to address this human consciousness as we step into our grand initiation into the ascension portals, and reminding each and every one of you how far you have come in the past 2 years as we have taken this corona, reminding you that it is the corona, that light that is actually expanding even brighter from each and every one of us now, from each and every one of you. And that these are the times when each and every one of us is being reminded of why we were called here to the planet at this time. And remembering that having come here eons ago, encoded with our special mission, we are reminding you that each and every one of you has what you call there on the planet, a clipboard. And this clipboard contains all the tools that you came down here to planet Earth with, that you came down here eons ago as a volunteer soul, here to do what you can, here to do your assignment, here to help uplift planet Earth, here to help be that one who holds the light during these times, in these days, in this era, on this special day of that 22222222222 alignment, which is actually tuning you up to remind you of the very special gifts that you came here to share with each and every one of us. And so when we say to you that these are the times for which you are called, we actually mean this is what you have agreed to be part of, this grand awakening, this grand ascension time on planet Earth, and for which we commend you and remind you that the moment of activation and awakening is at hand, and the moment of decision for each and every one of you of how you will handle this grand initiation, this corona activation, the wakening up of your DNA and of your cells, so that you are filled with that consciousness of knowing that you are here for these times specifically. Each of you has a role to play, different and unique from everyone else. And when you awaken to that role, then we are fully empowered. And we were shown recently this image of planet Earth. And as we look upon planet Earth here, understanding that planet Earth has its own levels of vibrational frequency around this planet, including that which is called 5G, which is encircling the planet with more of a net of heavier frequencies, we remind you that when we raise our vibrations to the highest frequency of light, and we align with other soul beings around the planet, much like this, imagining that your light body here, connected from Earth to the heavens, is connected to my light body, which is connected to Jody's light body and Mariana's light body and Neil's light body and Daphne's light body and your light body. So we are all connected around this way. And we are reminding you that if you were to imagine this, we'll put this right here so we can see it. But if you were to imagine that there were threads of a higher celestial netting that was threading each of these light bodies, so we were connected in an amazing collaborative energetic field, which we are calling for simplicity the Angel Brigade, okay? And so the Angel Brigade gathering around this planet of yours, spreading high vibrational frequency. How long do you think that 5G energy will last? So we are telling you that when you come together and you raise your light bodies and you join in alignment with other light bodies on this frequency, you are creating a netting of high vibrational fibers. And imagining now the energies, the celestial energies infusing Earth, clearing away reducing the frequencies of the 5G and the heavy darkness and the worry and the fear that is enshrouding that planet now. So we are suggesting that from above down, there is a complete plan in bringing people together, in raising your wings and raising that frequency. There's that opportunity for healing to occur on the planet. Do you all understand? So your mission, my beloved ones, is to hold dear to remembering that you were born for this. These are the times for which we were called and are called, and you have a unique but important role. And your only job is to begin to remember. Chop wood, carry water, do what you came here to do, and start to develop those skills which only you have. And so it is. And that, my loves, is the message we have for you today. Thank you.
Tony, thank you so much for your powerful, powerful message. Thank you. It is an absolute honor to have you here with us today. Thank you. And right after Joni comes Neil Gower.
Oh, I'm gonna give you a kiss, Neil.
Love you so much.
Thank you,
So good to
Neil.
be here with all of you. I just feel today's been a really good day for me, and a lot of good energies. I just got out of a 2-hour broadcast, literally 1 minute before I got here on another 222 broadcast. Just been fueled with all the energy and love that I need to cultivate in my own life to feel empowered, you know? So I'm going to do a few different things here. We're going to go on a journey together. I'm going to say some stuff. I'm going to do a poem. I'm going to even share screen my poetry and break down some of it. But I want to first start with, what does 222 represent? Well, first of all, the universe is made, the universal language is numbers, right? Mathematics is the linear, masculine-based way to look at it. Music is the feminine way to look at it. It's the same thing. Mathematics and music have the same intervals. It's just one way is the linear science that we're, you know, really figuring out on this world. And the other thing is the frequency, the vibration, the word, you know, the vibration that we all came from. And so numbers in general have a huge meaning, and the way we create them, the way we use 1111, the meaning we give to 222 has even more of an effect on that actual day than the day itself, right? So in 1111, how many people get together and do events? Today, so many different events are going on. The collective intention of us coming together and choosing to make this the day that it is just makes it even more powerful. We're creating a grid work, just like Joan showed on Earth. That's just the people in this room, right? Of all those little light bodies. But then think of all the other people doing similar kind of work today. You know, the last Zoom call, there was another 50 people doing another kind of 222 event. And Geraldine Orozco is doing her thing right now. She's a couple hundred people tuning in. We're all tuning in for what? The upliftment of humanity. So the number 222, let's talk about the angel number, because Joan of Angels just came up. So it's perfect segue into the angel number meaning, is the message of hope, the message of balance, harmony, commitment, compromise, and trust. Okay. So let's break that down. I call myself a hopeless hopeful, because no matter what happens, I'm always hopeful. Like I always, and not only is just default within me, but just studying the cycles of time, the galactic calendar, the upliftment in consciousness, looking at all these ancient prophecies about the return of the Messiah, which is truly the return of the Messiah within, manifested in an external personified story of something outside of us. Knowing this makes me realize that we are shifting in consciousness no matter what. So when I see chaos, all I see is opportunity. When I see darkness, all I see is the potential to live in the light. When I see struggle, all I see is the necessary pains that are needed for us to get these growing pains so that we can truly be the caretakers of the planet, have true connection with ourselves, have true connection with each other, and move forward into a world that we all know is possible. So ultimately, hope is the bottom line of why we continue this work. If it was hopeless, why would we even do it, right? And then balance and harmony. So we're moving from the fourth dimension, being time, the astral realm, to the fifth dimension, in which you're given an extra point of time. In the fourth dimension, there's 2 points of time, beginning and end, linearity. In the fifth dimension, you have an extra point. What do you have now? You have a triangle. You have the integration point, right? And this goes into the story of the Lyrans even, and how they wanted to create an integration point Earth, a fifth dimensional Garden of Eden with 3 points. And our goal, or our ultimate future, is going to be, how do we maintain a consciousness of balance and singularity while we exist within the duality experience? And that's where we're moving towards, being the integration point. So balance is truly what it's all about, right? How do we not have these emotional triggers and react to people, but really have balanced, rational, heart-centered conversations? These are the things that we need to ask ourselves. And then harmony, breaking down all the angelic meanings here. Harmony is what it's all about. When we talk about higher dimensions, right? Breaking down higher dimensions is only a construct of the age that we're in. We're in this age, we have been in this age of hierarchy and authority. What is the age of hierarchy? The age of hierarchy is literally that we have created people that have power over us and people have power over them. That is the age for the last couple 1,000 years. And then we have the age of authority, the age in which we give up our power to authority. Well, that age is ended. We don't need that anymore. So as we move away from that age, our whole idea of, well, you exist in the fifth dimension, you exist in the sixth dimension, oh, you know more than me, all of that starts melting away as well, you know? And so it's not about hierarchy and higher dimensions, it's about harmony and disharmony. We've been in this world of disharmony for quite some time. So something that I would like you to contemplate is, how do you bring harmony to the chaos? How do you bring harmony where there's disharmony, right? And then trust, okay? It's not so easy to trust anymore, right? A lot of things happen. We have a lot of triggers, emotional triggers, traumas, past life traumas that come in really unhealthy ways. But the goal really is to trust our brothers and sisters, to trust our human family. How do we do that? We continue to do the inner work. We continue to be the beacons of light. Some people are actively looking for what their life purpose is. And I've heard this at many events. What's my life purpose? What's my life purpose? You know, at channeling events, that's the question. Well, ultimately, some of us are just here to be the frequency. If we would, rather than having to have a life purpose that is so external to us, or might not be truly external, but is about doing, about action, but we all took the steps needed to be at peace with ourselves, love ourselves, and to come from a place of non-reaction so we can communicate properly with each other. And if over 50% of the world did that, what a beautiful world we will live in. So rather than taking the action to look for something externally that we need to do in order to feel that we're accomplishing something, how do we love ourselves for the simple fact that we exist? How do we not have to rely on our activities to give ourselves the respect that we need for just the fact that we're humans having we're spirits having a human experience? You know, I've always kind of said to myself, like, my goal first, one of my phrases for Portal to Ascension in the beginning was, I'm going to keep doing Portal to Ascension events until we no longer have to use the word unconditional before the word love again, right? But ultimately, it's, how do we love ourselves for the fact that we exist? I love myself because I got 3 degrees and I'm an attorney and I got all this money now. I love myself because I'm the founder of Portal to Ascension. I do all these events. How cool am I? But that is all based on, wouldn't you want to appreciate and love yourself just if you didn't do that, right? And then what are the steps needed to do that? Many, right? Silent meditation retreats, sound healings, go into a sauna, something like that. Whatever you need in order to create peace within yourself, to really respect, not even respect, because respect is reverence with judgment. Okay, to me, reverence is respect without the judgment. I'm not respecting you because you've done something. I have reverence for you because of who you are and what you represent in this world. So taking a little detour now and going into the numbers, numerology. So 2 is, based on numerology, the number 2, dubbed by Pythagoras, who actually got this information from ancient Egypt and from Babylon, was the number of the feminine energy, number 2. The 1111 number represents unity consciousness, right? 1, the 1. What is the 2? Well, the two is when the one becomes the two. Well, the two came from somewhere. Well, the two came from the one, split into duality. And that's what we're honoring today. In the unity consciousness 1111, we're honoring the oneness. In the 222, we're honoring the creation of duality. Not afraid of duality, not trying to get back to the singularity, but honoring the reality that we're in. So the two represents the feminine energy. The three represents the masculine energy. And this is the numerology of Pythagoras from Kemet, Egypt, from Babylon, that was then utilized by the Masons, then utilized by the church, and then became the foundation of Western numerology. When the two and the three come together, we have the five, the divine union, the sacred, the unification of consciousness, right? So today we're honoring the return of the feminine energy, because it's not just been a wounded feminine that we've been in, we've also been in a wounded masculine, right? So both of them are coming back, but today we honor the duality of creation, the Kali Ma personification into this feminine energy that is now being healed through the harmony of the angelic number, right? So I'll just say one more thing, and then we'll get into a little poetry here. People say, we should tolerate each other. To me, tolerating another person is that I don't accept you, but I will tolerate you. How do we work towards pure acceptance? But acceptance doesn't mean that we accept the belief systems that we maybe don't resonate with, but we accept people and we come to a common understanding, realizing that we have more in common with each other than we have that are different, right? How do we realize that we have so much more in common with each other than all the differences? And one of the biggest things ever is that we're rotating around this sun together on this planet, so with seemingly not even realizing where the extraterrestrial life is outside of us. Right? With so many animals and insects on this planet, our goal is to come to harmony with all of it, live in peace with all of the creations on Earth. I feel that many extraterrestrial, interdimensional beings have donated DNA to this earthly experience, right? And that's why we're the biggest light show. They're observing their own ancestors become them. And as that occurs, we are now a planet, a galactic, we're like the Library of Alexander of DNA, and with that, we are going to be learning. We are learning now. We're curating and cultivating this for ourselves to live in peace with all of the world. And as we do that, a lot of systems that don't serve the betterment of humanity and all of humanity are going to collapse. And with those collapsing systems, many people will be kicking and screaming. But ultimately, the eventual goal is a new system that works for all of us. And that's where I feel we need to head. And that's the message I want to really convey for today. So it's 444 here in, 444 in Pacific time, just to say that real quick. So I'm now going to do a poem, then I'm going to share my screen and then break down a couple of my poetry pieces as well, just so that we can kind of go in behind the meaning to all of it. So let me ask you, everybody, are we one yet? Going back to source. No remorse when reinforce the course that we all endorse. Unconditional love. It's the highest vibration, a gift from above. Desolation of separation, we must be the ones to say this is enough. You see, the third dimension, man, it was meant to be tough. There is no captivity, so unlock the cuffs, move away from hate and lust. Our thoughts begin to shift the earth's crust into a straight axis. Just like in Atlantis, stop causing damage and learn to manage self-realization. When people start to vanish, when we change our intentions and join the like-minded souls in the fifth dimension, this is the beginning of our oversoul mission. What is it that you envision for the future incarnations? The Christ consciousness has arisen. Tear this perception of being in prison, this industrial system, slumber of opposites. Duality where we get lost and forget how to circumvent and achieve liberation. The curiosity won't last for long at all. As we move to the aquatic age, break free from the third dimensional cage of limitations, Freemasons being misplaced in this illusionary reality. Governing authorities, there will be no more war. Co-creator, love ambassador, open the doors. Life isn't supposed to be a chore. No getting on your knees, worshiping entities from the floor. The message is simple, man, we don't need to know anymore. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the ones. We are the ones. All right, in the last few minutes I have here, I'm going to go over a couple of pieces of poetry. Let's do this. So this one here is called Fragmentation, and it's I think it's good because I was speaking about duality and us coming from the one into the two, and this is us coming from the one, the void, into the two, and then the duality of light and darkness and what happens after that. So fragmentation. Take a little sip of water. The void. In the beginning, there were no words, no concept, no winning, no place, no time, no description, no label, and no finishing, until awareness became conscious of itself. Separation from source, no east, no west, no south or north. Not to mention there never existed a dimension or ascension or physical lessons except for the 0 point. There was no Christ to anoint. Singularity, energy, frequency raised vibrationally, paradoxically into limitation of what only the 5 senses can see. No linearity, no anarchy, no galaxies, no nebulae, no jobs, no nature, no materialism, no political lies, until darkness finally fragmented from the light, using free will to see through the night. The darkness. I take the anxiety pill full of fright, in my bed insecure from the conspiracy that might take over my mind, control me with a chip inside, scared and full of fear. That is the reason why we are here. To the star system of Arcturus I stare and recite my cosmic prayers, self-empowered, the fabric of victim consciousness. I tear the light. You see, everyone? The destination has already been chosen. It's the journey that counts. Every day we transcend, no doubt, living in the now, realizing it's all a projection of a co-creation of our own subconscious mind, channel energy through the heart, remembrance of the divine, take apart my ego and restart my life in any moment. I'm going home, traveling across a black intergalactic ocean. I took the psychedelic potion and now I'm awoken. To the streets we take the spoken word. Fly high, levitate the God inside. I'm free like a bird, cosmic oneness integrating in my being, a full spectrum being. In alignment with the purity confined, ranges of frequencies inhibit what we are seeing. I shift what I choose to believe in. Fuel my light body for the ether I'm fiending. Fuel my light body for the ether I'm fiending. Let's do one last one here. Just 2 last ones. When the black sun radiates energy from divine immaculate conception, we hold thee as the God we wish to see, some wish to be, through an enlightening their own being with internal peace. Anarchy through poetry is just one piece of the oceanic breeze. I will split the seas so we can pass freely to the land promised to me by bloodline. We're all a part of the divine. Heaven on earth, constant search to find the meaning to life is only one part of reality. Intergalactic universal beliefs, interdimensional beings, enhanced communication through planetary rings. We speak to the gods and angels who gave up their wings. Came to this place to bring lower frequencies of emotions such as hatred and jealousy. As long as they remain, we can never truly be free. So they say, concentrate on love. Not of the physical kind, the type that clouds your mind, blind to things in plain sight. Love is different when it comes from above, not in the material world. Believe in her. Fill my conscious mind with ether. I see the door swinging open and closed. Love was once blocked by pain and woes. When the sky splits open, heaven will show we are all one, no matter friend or foe. It has already been done. The future has already happened through the eyes of the last black sun. Through the eyes of the last black sun. Last one here. This one's called All I Want to Do Is Be. This was about me when I was like, man, I don't want to work. I just want to be. But then I put a lot of esoteric stuff in there too. I have the world at my fingertips, but I don't grasp. Infinite possibilities asking the universe, what is the next task? All I want to do is be. All I want to do is breathe. Conceptual knowledge made manifest, take action to myself, I confessed. I am all that is. I have moments of ecstatic bliss, and I thank the universe for this with utmost gratitude. Elude the confines of a cerebral masculine energy that defines the path whereupon moving into the feminine, the earth, moon shone down upon, cast eclipse over the sun, a pathway to union where we all finally feel one. You see, I have the world at my fingertips, but I don't grasp. Infinite possibilities, accelerated time is moving fast. All I want to do is be. All I want to do is be free from self-expectations, projections of false promises, achieving through external operations. Hope is misplaced in changing the earth without doing the inner work. My soul will be gone soon, heading back to Saturn's moon, contractually living a lie, created a fragmented reality based on who, what, where, and why. So I fry my mind to numb out the fake, but it's all a game. And we're all playing a role in every moment. I know I'm an old soul, but it's not just about what I know. Orion war, karmic balancing on planet Earth, forgetting our simultaneous life's universal worth. History repeats like when in Rome. All I wanted to do was go home to Arcturus. Density got me on my knees. I was so furious, questioning my own creation. Who is this and who am I? An internal fight at the end of the Earth tunnel? There is something that shines bright. Embody the darkness, full spectrum being, so I can transcend and live in the light. Thank you, everybody.
Wow, Neil.
That was so good.
Wow. My favorite part for the ethers on feeding. I remember you did that at another panel. Oh my God. And I even wrote down through the eyes of the last black sun. It's not even poetry. It's like a DNA activation. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's such an
Appreciate it.
honor for you to be here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Igor Galaba will be our next speaker.
Okay.
Hi.
Well, hello, everybody. And it's an honor to be here. Okay. It's an honor to be here. And thank you for everybody for sharing. And thank you for that beautiful poetry. It was made me actually want to get up and move around a little bit. I felt my spirit dance in there. So thank you, everybody before me and after me that's coming as well. I just want to tap into this beautiful energy and this beautiful, exciting energy that is going through this earth right now. In the past few days, lots of information, a lot of downloads are coming through as far as the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies that are flowing through our grid systems and creating this euphoric experience within our own heart space. And that is where we all begin. This is all it is. It is that sun in the center of our hearts that emanates. And that divine feminine energy is awakening the divine masculine within her. And at the same time, that divine masculine is awakening the divine feminine within him. And both of these are coming together into unity as the grid systems of our earth are opening up and the new children of earth are coming through. They are actually expanding the earth grids into the collective consciousness of our belief systems. They are coming at a higher speed of evolution, and they are bringing with them the unity of our earth and the collective consciousness of our universe. As we are starting to merge into this oneness, into this unity of the universe, understanding our galactic sisters and brothers, and coming into this intertwining of our DNAs, it starts to open up our hearts, and we start to come into a center of peace, where the balance between our left and right hemispheres are becoming one. And we're coming into the center of our mind, where the heart within the mind is being activated. The gentleness within our souls is emanating through our cells, coming down into our bodies and embodying it to every vessel, to every corpuscle of our existence. The beauty is within us, and we are just starting to recognize by looking into our own eyes to see who we truly are is the divine beings emanating light. And everywhere we go, everything we touch, we are creating the pathway for the new generation to come, the generation of unity consciousness that will no longer understand separation, but it will understand unity from the heart space. As they create the new realities and timelines start to shift, we are starting to experience these dimensional shifts within ourselves. And at the same time, we're feeling our past and our present and our futures. And we're seeing all of them at the same time. And therefore, we have the free will to choose who we truly are and what the reality we want to experience. As our eyes change and the perceivers of the divine light that we become, we are now becoming into a silent and to peace within our hearts. And the earth starts to tremble, feeling that there's a change coming, and the emotions start to rumble and feeling that everything is about to change. But have no fear, this is only the big explosion of the past where the new starts to take shape, and the shape of love, that is where we're going. So I invite you right now to take a moment to close your eyes and come into your hearts and just feel that heart space of yours. And there is nothing that you need to do. There is nothing that you're anticipating to do. You're just feeling what is there already. That emanating light like a drop in water. As that light starts to emanate effortlessly through your body, through your energy fields, you start to feel that expansion of light. As that expansion of light starts to encompass all your electromagnetic field, it is naturally starts to vibrate in exuberant crystalline light, creating an effortless spiral. And you start to lose yourself within that space, a space of peace, a space of love. Within that silence, you are the universe and the consciousness of the universal light. What is that peace that you emanate through the earth and beyond the earth, through our galaxy? You are the galactical being that has the effect of love through timelines and dimensions. Within that stillness and peace, you smile effortlessly. And you start to act as the creator of this reality, conscious with every breath, with every thought, with every action. As the divine feminine spirals inwards and the divine masculine spirals outwards. You are the creative and creativity, as well as the action of this blossoming world. As you gently come back to yourselves, I just want to say thank you all for being the creators on this earth. As the children that come through are inspired by our actions and become the new creators of life, taking the earth into a new evolutionary moment that we cannot even imagine. So let the times of joyfulness and excitement and playfulness expand through this world, and let us remember our childhood-like experiences. Thank you. Thank you,
Igor,
everybody.
thank you so much. That was absolutely magnificent and so powerful. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to have you here. And So happy to have you and so many others and everyone on this call as my soul family. Thank you. And right after you comes Phil Gruber. Hi, Phil.
Oh, hi. This first request goes out to Neil, whose name, according to the English gematria, when A is 1 and Z is 26, Neil, N is 14, E is 5, I is 9, and L is 12. That comes out to 40. The mystical number of the perfection of the meditative process. And you see 40s everywhere, of course. Jesus out in the desert, 40 days and 40 nights, rains 40 days, 40 nights. Cindy, 40 is all over the Wizard of Oz. Anyway, this one goes out to Neil. All I want to do is be. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I want to do is be. Until the sun comes up over West End Avenue. That was for Jody. Thank you very much. Okay, here we go. Now we get semi-serious. See how the moonbeams kiss on nights like this. See how the rainbows play, then fade away. See how the moonbeams kiss on nights like this. See how the rainbows play, then fade away. See. Ooh, I love that harmony pedal. What can I say? Hi, everybody. Singapore broke their record today. It was 2:22:22 yesterday. We're already at 2:23:22. 23 is a great number as well. But they say the number of infections yesterday was 26,023. I got a feeling it was more like 22,222. On a road trip, can everybody hear me okay? Yes. On a road trip across the states many years ago, we came upon the Peshla. According to the Great Sioux Nation, the Peshla is the heart of the Black Hills. The heart of the heart, the Peshla, the heart of the heart. It's the heart of Turtle Island of North America, but it is the heart of the heart. The people were created, according to myth, from the Black Hills. And the Peshla is where the morning star, in the form of a meteor, and the meteor did fall there, fell to earth and killed a great I think a god that had murdered 7 women, and that morning star placed their 7 spirits in the sky as the Pleiades. And the truth is that our sun is the true 8th star in the Pleiadian spiral. And the great thing about the Black Hills, the heart of the Peshla, the very center of the Black Hills, we almost made it to the center of the center, and the Department of Agriculture had all these roadblocks up. You couldn't get to the center of the center. Nikola Tesla had an installation there in the heart of the Peshla. And speaking about the prayer I want to offer, they call the heart of the Peshla of the Black Hills, they call it Old Baldy. They also call it Tesla's prayer. So what is a prayer? A prayer, there's a very special segment of the heart frequency of that green ray that's called a pyramid ray or a pi ray. So when you pray, you are a P ray generator or a prayer. You see, when that comes from the heart of the heart, a prayer generates pyramid rays. It generates that heart energy, the heart of compassion, the heart of love, even the higher hearts, the Peshla, the heart of the heart. So what I would like to share with you, oh, by the way, it's so hard to take my attention off this here. You see this here? This is Alan's wonderful book, Making a Contract, by Alan Steinfeld Esquire. Making contact. I'm sorry, making a contract. Anyway, see harmony. I want to share with you something that was given to us by the Iani, the masters, in the name of the Melchizedek cloister, the Emerald Order, the Holy Order of the Unisai, and the Sacred House of One. This is an invocation of the Maharata. This is in the Anuhazi language, and after I finish, I'll do it in the original Anuhazi, which is very, very similar. Mariana can attest to this. Very similar to very ancient Aramaic Canaanite in its vibration, in the frequency. This is the Ma'a Bivectus Invoki. This is an indication of the Maharata. I would like to share with you now a creation decree invocation. You decreeing now yourselves as the personal 12th dimensional Christos Maharata, Christed self-identity. So I would ask you you can keep your eyes open or closed. And you say this audibly, please, but very softly, like a whisper, like a prayer. And like a prayer, it'll take you there. You know, I told Madonna in 1984, she would cross the millennium on a ray of light. And guess what? She did. So here it is. Please repeat these words. These words, the words is the power. Remember, the words convert into electrical impulse, into mathematical codes, programs that open up what we call in Kabbalah the gates of light, the Share Aura. From this still point of my wholeness, in manifest decision, I decree in sovereign knowing, here expressed at my command, which is a lovingly stated absolute intention, the divine will and intention of the one self that is one God. I, as Dimension 12 Christos Avatar Self, say your names, invoke by divine loving command now, by the power of the universal Christos, the Dimension 12 divine Christos blueprint, past, present, future. Now the divine sea of liquid light anchors in this moment. Absolutely now established. Always and forever. In eternal, abiding, reverent love of the eternal all one. Blessed be all embracing, given forth from the still point of eternal peace, spoken as it is stated, as so it is done. All embracing pillar of first cause light, I, as this expression now, We as this expression now. Take a breath. Maharata Kumbai Vectus. Say your names. In evo kaiuni bleum by vecti. Ma'a by vecti. Unore un amor. Isteum taisa trajahera. Pitateum ashelom taijadin tadoe. Shaddai urea kuntan. Shaddai urea kuntan. Shaddai urea kuntan. Shaddai Ureakum Thank you. Thank you, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you so much, Phil. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Phil. Thank you. Okay. And following Phil, I have the most distinct honor of introducing Celestine Starr for a beautiful blessing to add right after Phil. Thank you.
Hello, my beautiful people. I bow to each and every one of you in the highest light. I cannot tell you how happy I am to be asked to come forward. It's a bit of a surprise, so I give you myself as I am in this moment of 222. It has been a glorious day, and I'm filled with so much light. I've been asked to share a blessing. So the prayers that Phil has given us, I'd like us to just take a breath and just take that in. Take in the prayers. These are sacred words that he has spoken. The words are thousands of years old. So as you take them into your being, let them vibrate, because we'll carry them like seeds. They were given forth as the ancestors to guide us through the way. I'm so honored in this moment to have received such high vibrational seeds and then to let them resonate in my heart for all of you. So I'm going to take a moment. I want to put this down, but let me go off the film so that I can let go of my hands with this. Here we go. All right. So blessings are very, very personal. And I want to open myself first to the highest on high so I can surrender my breath and let the blessings flow down from the highest place of heaven. And to each one of you, I ask that you receive the blessing that you're needing for your life at this time. I ask that this blessing be of the highest vibration of love, truth, harmony, balance, compassion, and joy. May you receive all that you are seeking. May the earth receive this blessing from on high. And may it carry into the world and dispel confusion and doubt and reverse consciousness. May it bring forth the unified mind. I know there is over 100 million people meditating together. And so let us join in with the celebration of that. Okay. From the heart of the heart, from the flame of flames, I call your name. Oh, I love you. Oh, flame, oh, sacred flame, the flame of flames, the heart of hearts, the flame of flames. Ooh, da dee, ah, ah. Shenemera karaskana hena maiskata. I offer my breath unto you, the radiant one. We ask for the divine blessings upon those who are with us and those who are in all dimensional fields of creation. Keshena mara keshena te, rasmusna hina maikurasna, shepera ha, hura maistahe, waya, norabea no. Ere halo leone jo Kere marish kuna Shenateo Lerebea And oh, may the blessings of this moment be for eternity. May you know the love I have for you. And may you know the light is with you. May your past be clear and true. May you know the strength within. May we stand together as one as we vibrate tones and sounds and love upon the earth. May the blessings of the portals opening, may the celestial ones come forth. May you know the earth as heaven on earth. May you feel comfort within. May the children play in freedom. May there be no one that hungers. May the earth give forth her bounty. May it be received by all. May the love be shared in oneness. May the reverse ones find their way. May the gates be sealed in corruption. And may the opening of this golden day, vibrations of 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2, may it multiply 10,000-fold as the blessings of 10,000 suns rain upon you. Ga-da-da-da-da. Hano, 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 hano. Marayera baya. Merokana. Glory in the light of the radiant one. Blessed be in the highest. Amun. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Glory in the light of the radiant one. Thank you so much. You truly have a voice of an angel.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you here with us, Celestine. So
Thank
much
you.
love. And just for everyone listening, just to announce, we will be doing a amazing divine feminine panel coming this Sunday, actually. And it's going to be us together, me, myself, Celestine, Dr. Melissa Sophia Joy, and Igor Galibov. So we do have the information in the chat and we will announce it. So thank you so much. Check us out and stay tuned for our announcement. Thank you.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. And so we have next Haruko, Blue Star Child. Thank you.
I didn't unmute. So you can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us, Haruko. Thank you. And I hear that you're joining us from Mount Shasta. Is that correct?
Yes, I am here in Manchester. From my gallery, I created a room called Sacred Temple Room, and that's where I'm sitting. And I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you for invitation and be in one heart in this circle. We're so together and so loved, and love is just imminent right now that I feel speechless. And everybody spoke beautiful words, so I would like to share my flute music, and I like to share this whole background of my artwork, which is too big to show, but this part is called Atlantis Rising, and it represents the divine masculine design. And this part right here, they're all 8 feet tall, so I can't really show them all, but it represents the divine feminine design. And so to have this both in the background, I would like to share my flute, and my prayer is this music, the sound, the frequency flow into the World Wide Web to bring peace and unity in people's hearts.
Haruko, really quick, your volume is very low. Can we just fix that for a second? Okay, so basically go to the Zoom room, go right where the microphone is, click the arrow right next to the microphone. Don't mute yourself, but there's an arrow right next to it. Click that and click audio settings. So right next to the microphone, upward arrow, audio settings, and then you can adjust your microphone. Do you see that?
Yeah, it's all the way up.
Yeah, well, it's louder now. So let's try it.
Great.
Yeah, I think this is good.
All right. So I hope you heard my prayer. My prayer is to bring this frequency of the divine masculine and divine feminine design, and by the sound of flute to bring the peace and unity frequency into the World Wide Web and to people's hearts. So thank you for letting me know the volume was a little down. Hopefully this music would be heard.
absolutely divine and magnificent and soul nurturing and fulfilling. Thank you. What an honor, Haruko. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And so up next, right after Haruko, we actually have Meher from Fire Bear Wellness. She's going to talk about the astrology of today's auspicious occasion. Meher?
Hi, Mariana. Thank you so much again for having me here. Hi, everyone. Happy 222 Portal Day. That was so beautiful. Thank you for that flute. It was like my perfect preparation and calm me down. So let me start by talking about the numerology of this giant 222 portal and why it's so huge. Like a lot of us are familiar with the number 2 and what it entails in terms of partnerships and togetherness and relationships and harmony, and it's a very Venusian number in that sense. However, this is very different because we have so many twos with this, creating this giant portal. And the angel number of 222 actually has a deeper meaning than that. It's about personal mastery. It's about our own, letting our own creativity shine. It's about self-worth. It's about having clarity of what we want so we can have self-worth, right? And how do we have that clarity? By the union of the masculine and feminine within us. And this number goes beyond just, our immediate relationships, because it talks about, there's a saying in the Vedic that when Saraswati does not support someone, you cannot convince the other person. And what that means is the basic human need of being able to communicate through language, and all of that was created to be able to communicate with the other person. And when you're saying something, that it is received in the exact manner that you're trying to convey it, and the message that you're trying to convey it. So basically what I'm talking about is this me versus you, us versus them, and the union of that. And oh, sorry about that. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Mariana, if you want to change the spotlight, I think they're talking about, but hopefully you can still hear me and see.
Sorry, Meher.
No whatsoever. But yes, so we're talking about how we speak and how we communicate, how we communicate ourselves and how we portray ourselves and how that is received is about us versus someone else. And that's the whole concept of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. When there is so much polarity happening in the outside world, how do I will stay in my truth, and yet I will try to understand what the other person is trying to tell me, and try to accept what the other person is trying to tell me, and just consider their point of view, and how that will bring us all into harmony. And that is the 222, because we are all one. So through the 222 portal, we go into the oneness. And that's the crux of the numerology. I'm going to go a little bit in the astrology of this portal. And of course, because of that, it becomes a very powerful manifestation day, because when we stay within our pillar of light and our personal mastery, and through that, we convey that mastery or that manifestation out into the world through that clarity, then the manifestation, of course, amplifies, because the universe is not for you, it's not against you. It's like, yes, tell me what you want. I'm listening. And if you're saying, oh, I don't think I deserve it, the universe will be like, sure, I don't deserve it. And if you're like, okay, this is what I want, sure, we'll make that happen. So in that sense, it becomes a very powerful manifestation portal. Now, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the astrology without going into a lot of detail. this entire time has been very powerful. The month of February, because it is the month again where, you know, we have Valentine's Day. There's a reason it's the two, it's the love, but when we're talking about love, what I'm talking about is we just moved into the Taurus Scorpio axis, where the North Node moved into Taurus and the South Node into Scorpio, and that axis changes, you know, every 18 months. And Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is, we all know, the bringer of beauty and love and harmony and in relationships. So we're moving from the very Plutonian, Scorpionistic, rebirth into harmony and love. So we're going from the South Node to the North Node, and there's a bunch of things that happened. We had the Leo full moon, which was very powerful. That was last Wednesday, and then we had the Neptune return on 18. And then we had the Pluto return in USA's chart on the 20th, just 2 days before this portal. Huge event, you know. Pluto has a very long orbit, so this doesn't happen too often. So we're coming back to, you know, thinking about the time when USA was founded, and it was founded on the principles of those who wanted to break free from the matrix of that time to create independence, to create sovereignty. And it was based of individual sovereignty, the Constitution. And now we're coming back to the Pluto return of the USA and of the chart of USA, and we're coming back to this place where, okay, so we achieved our independence. Now, what do we do with it? How do we move further with it? And it is in the second house. So again, it's in the house that's ruled. The second house is Taurus, and it's ruled by Venus again. It's all about our, not just love, but our financial finances, our self-worth, what we value. Everything that we value is ruled by the second house. And so the value system of the entire country is about to change and is going to go through its breakdown and breakthrough, and in the direction of the North Node, which is the Venusian direction. And it's up to us, all of us, each and every one of us, through our choices, what we do. But Pluto generally brings breakdown in the bigger power structures, and anything that's ruled, you know, by power is governed by Pluto. That's under the Plutonian governance. So all the big power structures will undergo their transformation and breakdown and breakthrough. And so there's a bunch of shifts coming, of course. And what is happening now at the time of the 222 portal is that we have Mars sextiles Venus. So we've been having this Mars sextile Venus this whole week, which is the divine masculine Mars, the god of war, that masculine side, the mojo, the strength. And the divine feminine Venus they are in harmony as we undergo this 222 portal. So that adds to the potency of that portal and to the message of harmony and understanding that as we completely and fully shift into higher dimensions, leaving the polarities of the lower dimensions behind, the way we go into that oneness is through making harmony with the polarity. It's through, like I said, understanding the other person's point of view, and not through not through this divide that the forces that are not of the light may want to create, and whatever is happening, whatever Gaia is going through, she's going through her shift. She's going through her 2000-year era shift as we move into the age of Aquarius, and she's going through her breakdown and her breakthrough. But what path do we choose as we show where's as we go into this shift? How do we choose that path of harmony? How do we harmonize outside of us and within us? How do we harmonize all aspects of ourselves inside of us? And to help that, Venus is actually in again, making a harmonious aspect with Neptune, Neptune that brings divination, higher guidance, music, and all those beautiful things like this beautiful flute we just heard. And it's in Pisces again. So this is all water. This is all beauty and love and harmony and music and divination. This is the perfect day for divinating and going into our higher octave and connecting with our higher selves and bringing forth the manifestation through the union of the divine masculine and feminine inside of us. And yes, we are moving into the north node of Taurus ruled by Venus and anchoring in the divine feminine, literally. At least that's what I can clarify through astrology. So I hope that was helpful, Mariana. I wouldn't take up a lot more time. And that's
Mayor, thank you so much. That was absolutely, absolutely beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And
thank you.
You embody the divine feminine. You shine the light so much and you're so bright. So thank you so much for gracing all of us with your presence. And thank you for being a part of our soul family. Meher is actually a close friend of mine, and we've done many workshops together, including the Awakening the Illuminated Heart from the Melchizedek from Drum Below. So it's been such an honor to have you here as a soul family. Thank you.
So appreciate that, Mariana. Lots of love.
Thank you. And following Meher, we're going to have Samavesha Moksha Gayatri Devi. Thank you so much.
Blessings. How's my sound, my dear? Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you. And you look so beautiful. Oh my God, that shawl is just magnificent. Is that Egyptian or Mesopotamian?
It's definitely right from the Middle East. So thank you for noticing. I would love to present right now a synthesis of all the other council seats who have offered their transmission before my threads are woven into our collective fabric. I'm saying this to include all of the beings who will be listening to the replay of this broadcast. And I bow in recognition to all the different notes of this one symphony that we are co-presenting together. The guidance that requested that I incorporate the consciousness of what is known as an archetypal twin dyad must have the fertility or the fertilization of the field that's been created through all the other presenters. So it wouldn't be possible for me to even add my aspects of this recipe if all of us hadn't literally decided to come together today. So kudos to everyone, both on the receiving and also the giving end of the spectrum. The transmissions for me that are being accorded come from the Beltane near-death experience that I had 5177 with the Interstellar Confederations, and then on 4/22/83 with the Galactic Federation Enterprises. And I will add an additional twin dyad, DYAD, DIAD, archetypal and mythological realization and remembrance of this insurance policy that we all designed with each other before Gaia Sophia or Pachamama Pachatata agreed to play for us this body of consciousness called the biosphere. So many of us speak about connecting with the pre-birth planning councils that we experienced as individuals. My role is to really call in the pre-birth planning councils for the whole planet and the designing of her consciousness within the parameters of what is lovingly known as the free will experiment. And so this twin dyad, which is being animated within both the heart and the hara, the heart and the womb of the whole species today, because we're all star-seeded embodiments of these different celestial bloodlines in our human robes, is this tantric yoga for this planet to retake her rightful place. And because she knew that she was going to house, as Neil was saying, right, this individuation from the one into the two, she realized that that would have an impact on her planetary body, that there would be many different manifestations of what we would call the dichotomies or the dualities or the polarities that would have this dance of opposites or seeming stark contrast play itself out upon her body. And so this insurance policy of these crystalline 222 stargates were promised for her and with her in her mother, father, earth aspect, because the human species, the human race, would mature to the point in this now moment to be able to receive this gift or dispensation of grace with her. So imagine this numerological code that everyone else has been tapping into. And what I add to what's already been prefaced and presenced is feel every manifestation of the 222 that you relate to as the great creatrix, the mother principle of all life on the left side of your body, and also the left side of your ancestry, all of those maternal, right, bloodlines, both on this planet and beyond. And then partner that with this mirrored reflection of the 222 of the divine creator principle, God consciousness, partnering with all of your paternal ancestry, going way, way, way back, right, to the inception point of the origins of your emergence from the void. And that between the 222 and the 222, right, is a sacred gap.
A stand-in human being, you know.
Or a sacred Selah.
Yes.
And if we can have mute, that would help me out just a little bit more. Yay, thank you. And in this sacred gap, this first emergence from the void.
You just put it on the teacup. I am so sorry. Can
Do
we
we
just
know?
have everyone muted?
The teacup. Well, I'm in Disneyland. I'm
Well,
spinning
it's
around with the
emerging.
teacups.
It's emerging from the void.
And what I'm bringing back, right, from the other side, because I temporarily forfeited my human life, right, to go into these tribunal council meetings, there is a phenomenal tantric mystery that has been already preordained for us. And it's in these stargates, a minimum of 60 miles down underneath all of us, in this crystalline reservoir, the heart womb of the planet that heretofore have never ever been opened, right? Because we didn't have the key master and the gatekeeper access codes, which today is precipitating. And as these original tantric arc of grace stargates are opening up, they consented to coalesce and bring about a specific form of sacred sexual union between that which you would call, right, the individuation of light and dark. So if we bring in the mythology from the Star Wars, right, mythos, this is best represented by Ben and Rey Skywalker, right? And remember, in her ancestry, she was destined to inherit the Dark Throne, and yet she was trained, right, by the Jedi. And so she is this unusual composition of the fusion, a quantum fusion of what you would think is, right, opposing energies. And her beloved, right, Ben Skywalker was also Kylo Ren, right? He experienced that soul split where he had this ancestral conflict playing itself out through him because, of course, he's the grandson of Anakin Skywalker, who became the Darth Vader. And then Rey Skywalker, of course, is the granddaughter of the Dark Emperor. So through this human kaleidoscope, right, because we're a hybridization of a million different races, right, all across the omniverse, we all have light and dark in our ancient ancestral family tree of life. And that was originally sequenced that way so that we could have this explosion into the great mystery of the restoration of a quantum unified field after we had known what it tastes like to temporarily experience that veil. And this is kind of part of that tantric, exquisite mystery that could only beget more love if we agreed to temporarily forget that direct experience of love through these, right, pre-birth planning negotiations. And so the whole point of the twin dyad, right, if we look at it through the halls of Amenti, is that through this 4-strand, right, both the light and the dark of the male and the female poles, that it could create a strong enough potency, which is orgasmic grace, to literally 0 point the entire free will experiment. And so this is a tantric formula that Gaia Sophia and her beloved, the Green Man, knew in their pre-birth planning, right, as a planetary body, that this species would experience going into the manifestation of separation so that we could surrender into the ecstasy of primordial divine union. Now, we all came from union. So how could union, right, beget more of this massive multidimensional love? Well, this was the greatest adventure of creating what we would call those ancestral veils for each and every one of us, otherwise we wouldn't be here. And that this executive ripple effect of all of these arcs of grace, which are stargates, right, through the 36912, 144 codex of our 144 strands of DNA, that this would usher in, right, such a magnificent realization of this transdimensional, multidimensional. Esto bartiano mar rakatanas kiske kora rediscovery. Dovation mars kiske olelea tumfara of indescribable love. So part of what I agreed to give to all of the ancestors of everyone on this collective call, and also all of the ancestries, right, of who will be listening to the replays, is we planned this original safety or cosmic insurance policy with each other and for each other. And so this is what I physically forfeited my life for on those 2 days. And so I bonded with both the light and the dark masculine, 5177, and then I bonded with both the light and the dark feminine on 4/22, 1983. And here we are, right? 2022. And through this twin dyadic tantric love affair, there is this massive recalibration that the original one world tree is making available for the collective world soul. So it doesn't matter, right, if your ancient ancestors, quote unquote, played, right, this side of the fence or that side of the fence, because we've had, right, intergalactic Star Wars and done every version of separation we could possibly have imagined. For the purpose of this nirvanic bliss that is unleashed when the two re-experience the three. The Vardai and the Maya Kike, as Neil was saying, the one, two, the two, right? Now the in-breath, the tantric in-breath, is where the two become three. It's a triwave. So for any of your ancestors that are thoroughly confused, right, by the conundrum of that which we think is the manifestation of separation, this planet came in with this saving grace of these original arc codices, with enough power to pull all four strands together. So it's not just the two, it's the two as an octave, as a four. And as the light and the dark of the ancestries now make love, which is pretty strong tantric field, it makes that crystalline fourth strand. So that's why Neil was smart enough to point out when we hit the 4:44 mark, right, in the Pacific Standard Time Zone. On this level of Mahatantra, all that manifested is light and all that manifested is dark. From the first emergence from the void, through the 4:44 on the 2:22:22, this is an indescribable, right, awakening of the birthing of a new state of crystalline wholeness that no star system has ever birthed. Because it didn't have the bravery or the courage to go into that magnitude of separation. So we could make love to it all back into an exponential quantum state of wholeness. So because I know your ancestries realize the language of archetype, we transmit this, right? Prime Jedi. It's in the mythology of all the Star Wars films, of all the ancestral healing. That what would be birthed is the one to heal the force, and draw it back into the synthesis of everything. That's best represented by this lineage, of course, that came to us out of Egypt. It's not Jedi, George Lucas, it's Jedi, Egyptian, DJEDHI. So for all of us here with me, may we enter into the original Jedi councils, the Valena Maikike, where you can remember that everything I'm saying, we already know intrinsically and intuitively. I just died to ensure that we would bring it back and articulate it in English. That Tantra can marry everything in a brand new emergence. So through your haras, through your wombs, go down from your heart, go down into this sacred sexual chamber. And feel this portal open up into this original unified tree of life, which of course Phil presenced when he brought us up into that 12-12, right? Through the emerald order of this Melchizedek lineage. Tovartiano maiskiske pa esha and pa doe. Anuhazi language, the first language of the 15th, 14th, 13th dimension. The Vardarino maiskiske pa esha and ta doe. That we would be able to enter in through this vortex, in through this chalice, in through this grail, Dishko Bartiano Manaye, and connect with this original hierogamic quantum physics. And that all of our ancestries now are being brought into this hierogamic quantum physics. For the marriage of wherever there has been a fracture or a fragmentation across all spaces, places, times, and dimensions, so that it could experience an alchemical reunion of unprecedented nature. Which means that every soul split carries within it the alchemical grace of the tantric transcendence. So thank you, everybody, for participating, particularly tonight as we go into Dream Lodge, right? For some countries, right? We're on the 223 star date. The Jedi councils will be playing with us, right? And partnering with us as our minds go into rest cycle. So my true message is shared with us and through all of us as we eventually transition into Dream Lodge. See you in the dreamscape. To be continued. Don don.
To be continued. Thank you so much. Okay. And next, right after Debbie, is Rosalind. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you.
Unmute
Hi,
myself.
hi.
Thank you so much, Debbie. That was amazing. Everyone, such beautiful and amazing presentations. Well, let me just begin, because this transmission came in and I'm a little bit like Neil with some poetry and activation and story and sharing, all kind of wrapped together. As things are converging, so too do my codes come in converging on all levels. I'll just start. Greetings, beloved, all is one. Feeling so grateful to be here, and for that, our very gracious and wonderful Mariana Leah, creator of Magdalena Chronicles, has brought us all together again on this auspicious occasion of 2022, a pivotal moment where humanity is poised for change and new beginnings. Thank you to Mariana and everyone in this sacred prayer circle here tonight, and also those who will join us from wherever you are. Let me just say, I love being of consciousness. Every breath we breathe, a living prayer, unexpected encounters that blossom everywhere, not afraid to speak about the things that we adore, for this can only cultivate new spaces to explore, organically unlocking another conscious gateway door. Conversations with ourselves, God, the angels as they sing. Sometimes complete strangers say the most amazing things. There's always something new. You never know how deep you'll go or high in altitude. The purity in nature, from the tones each voice exudes. The frequencies we're hearing teach us how to trust in what we're feeling, with a heart adept at seeing such divine, sentient beings. Just by being there, breathing frequencies and melodies that linger in the air, all the while with a smile, becoming more aware of your true divinity. Oh, the synchronicity. So many synchronicities between our messages, this beautiful and sacred gathering this evening. the way it works with you as memories come flashing, activate you to the core. Feel the joy of someone laughing, get you higher than before. Life is here to teach you more. Deeper cosmic hues, gold, green, indigo, blue. Sensuality, excitement from a different point of view. Something so beyond, yet so familiar too. Inflections of exuberance, a telepathic question, awakening the senses to a deeper soul connection. A cosmic utopian high arouses the sacred, divine. Diamond sun, rainbow current, holy grail kundere line. Restoring a balance of light, source codes and informations that we all carry inside. Not only we, also Gaia, share DNA, RNA, letters of fire as we transform the dimensions, get higher. Layers of conscious fascia hold information, memories, and more. Dormant, they await the sound of the conductor's tap. The orchestra is poised for the signal to be sent. Start the music, mind the score, commissioned from above, highly sensitive and primed. The music of the spheres begin to soothe our minds. The weaving, the repairs to our planetary grid, all that came to pass and everything we did. A fabric made of love, clothe our sacred beingness, a network navigated by God's source, intelligence, technology, reactive to, and activated by stimulation, high vibration, frequency, sound, and light. Communicates and activates by the eternal breath. Breathes into the mist, forming water droplets, scalar waves and signs of life, from dark and light, formations and striations, the essence of creation emanates through time and space for us and all star nations. Universal field of one, especially respectful of the gift to everyone. Experience the living breath, embodiment, the spark. Angelic human ones, we hold and breathe Creator's gift each time we fill our lungs. Take a deep breath and receive that gift now. May it carry us through as we ride this ship sitting on the bow together. We're infinite expressions of the singularity. Finally, we begin to see our true connection, reflected light upon our planet and all things. In this, we're truly unified in multitudes like bees in hives, collective co-creation as one single consciousness, the infinite, the one. Divine Creator Source assures us this. There is no time limit. It is not a race, for each and every one will have their rightful place. The scrolls are true to word. and unto the Garden of Eden all God's children shall return. So do not fear when time is near and all is said and done. The only thing we have to do is be responsible and true. Connect our hearts consistently and know we are divinity of higher consciousness. We come from the all-knowing, and it knows that we exist. Throughout the God source field of love, so below as above, every kingdom ruled by love, the grand order of divinity, the Trinity, the void, the silent space, the space between thought and all creation, a breath just being breathed has all the power that we need to manifest ideas we think or feel into existence, consciousness and energy with which we co-create. As conscious beings infused with love, we can make this life so great. Believing we are all that is, to be naught, zero, nothing, and everything. That is surely the question within the quest. Shall we? Or we shall. Freedom is choosing. Let's pray. We all choose well. Be live in God. We are now embodied flesh and blood, biological entities made up of millions of living organisms, intelligent, organic source codes, technologies, each informed with actions. We must care for ourselves. And all system ports therein, our starships, are an enterprise. Each of us, its captain, the vessel we inhabit, comes with an entire crew, all systems primed and ready. You'll know what to do. Get to the helms and keep it steady. Let's not forget, enjoy the ride. Beware, it can get heady. Explore, discover ourselves, worlds within worlds. Many groups of consciousness live within our bodysuit, shining in the night, this armor filled with light. In all its variations, big, small, dark, and light, honoring these vessels, for that's what makes us special. Let us say, I am this sacred temple, a microcosmic second, macrocosm, soul reflection, humanity being given such a very special presence on earth. We're called a human. Brain, skull, bones, anatomy, the self, our greatest mystery. Though we come from everywhere, more or less, we look the same. But if the veil should fall, we'd all be clear like cellophane. In essence, everything we think, say, or do has a unique signature, a gift of being you, experiencing for the divine with a purpose of returning all we learn up the vine, through the heart portal and the pineal gland, inconspicuously seated toward the back of our head, like a flask of milk and honey, over time becomes refined, a perfect balance, all things equal, because truly love is blind. Feeling is the greatest gift. that sets all knowing free adrift, gives the wings of doves their lift. As a gentle breath blows, the crystal river flows into the eternal kingdom of Christos and the pure oceanic waters of infinity, ever expanding creation that seeds all the planets, galaxies. Unconditional, continuous, goes on and on for all of us. The grand order of divinity. A divine plan was written, and so it is. It is done, alphabetically arranged like books on a shelf. The law of one, the laws of love, the laws of nature, and heaven above, the cosmic laws, the whole universe, galactic, celestial, the elements, astrology, the symphonies, a living consciousness that breathes, limitless with grace and ease. The unified field of love is here to please. Be grateful that we have been chosen for these. The end of what we were is now the beginning of who we are. And so it is. And so it is.
And so it is. Let it be so, may it be so, and it is done, and it is done, and it is done. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Rosalind. Straight from the heart. Straight from the heart. Thank you. Such a blessing to have you here with us. Thank you.
It's an honor and a blessing to be here with everyone. It's such a feeling here and such energy that we are sending, doing what we came to do.
It's a soul family, Rosalind. It's a soul tribe. And I feel like it is truly a soul communion and a compendium of unity, as Devi said, of indescribable love incarnate. So thank you so much for being an embodiment on earth at this time. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
And with that, we bring on Michelle Price, who will give us our final live transmission message. Thank you, Rosalind. Thank you. Let's put Michelle Price. Okay. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Mariana. How are you today? It's beautiful. Absolutely. I am so honored to be here with all of these angelic beings of light. And I have been called to bring on a spiritual attunement tonight. This is actually my forte of who I am, what I do, and as the angels in the angelic realm and the guides, the ascended masters are coming into my space tonight. They stand here and they ask me to help everyone receive this attunement with this new earth vibration and allow us to become one with the unity of our spiritual being, with the frequencies, with our spiritual brain, with the frequencies, and our human brain and our physical body coming together as one. So I'm going to open this space with the directions of the universe. We open up the north. We open up the south. We open up the east. We open up the west. I ask that we all connect with the elements of Gaia, of water, fire, and wind, as well as the sun, as the moon, the stars, the cosmos. And so as we start to connect with our spiritual being of light, I want us to bring attention to right in between the center of our ribs. Right in between the center of our ribs is where our soul light connects with each other. And I want all of us to take a deep breath in through your nose, all the way down through your abdomen, bringing it all the way into your abdomen. Hold it for a second and blow it out your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, pulling it all into your abdomen and blowing it out your mouth. One more time. Breathe in your nose, all the way into your abdomen. Hold for a second, collecting all toxins, and blow it out your mouth. And so as we have expelled toxicity that we have collected within our physical body, I want to call on to our angels. I ask that Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, they are my main guides. They step forward, for they are the protectors and they are the healers of this world. And I ask them to help us learn to expand our light, our spiritual light from our abdomen, and allow this expansion to go all the way into the universe, connecting with each other, with all of humanity. And as we connect with all of humanity, we bring in the crystalline grid lines of the world. We bring in all of the crystals and the minerals of the earth, of Gaia, to connect with us, to allow us to receive the messages that we need to receive in order for our spiritual beings to receive the knowledge and wisdom to move forward. And as we pull in this energy and pull in this knowledge, we want to expand our heart chakra. Our heart chakra is where we consume love for all. And we want to focus on that beautiful heart space that we have. And within the feminine energy within our body, the left lung, I would like to pull in the beautiful color of pink into our heart space lung of the feminine energy, and allowing it to dissolve any worries, any toxicity within this space. And then I ask that the energy on the masculine side of our body within our lung space, heart space, that it is infused with the beautiful color green with Raphael's assistance. And we ask that this green heals any wounds that we have consumed within our lifetime that are deep within. And as this pink and green, as they come together, we're going to create a figure 8, an infinity symbol across our chests, going one way, allowing this energy to start to expand the light of the pink and the green, and expand the flow and the frequencies of the pink and green. And we're going to take that direction and go the other way, allowing all flow, all angles within heart space, allowing us to receive the healings and the light of these colors within. And allow these pink and greens to expand out into the universe, out into the stars, and out into Gaia, out to all the loved ones that we want to feel this healing as well, everyone here on earth. And so we're going to tap on and tap up into our throat chakra. We're going to open up our beautiful throat chakra and allow our words to be spoken. We infuse a bright sky blue color into our throat area, and we allow this bright blue to come down through our throat area into our esophagus, and allowing it to flow up and down into into our abdomen, allowing us to release the words that we have swollen and to speak the words that we need to speak. I ask that we release the words that we have absorbed that are toxic to us and allow them to be free, allow us to let them go, and allow us to expand our throat, expand our words, and allow us to sing with joy. And behind our throat chakra, at the base of our neck and our shoulders, is our spiritual compass. This is where our spiritual cross is as well. I ask that we balance our spiritual compass, our north, our south, our east, and our west. I ask that they receive healings and that they receive the light from the cosmos, and that the energy that comes down from the cosmos into our spiritual compass when we sleep at night, that it allows us to be supercharged with this energy, and it allows us to feel this energy throughout our day, throughout our night. I ask that we allow these words and this light to start to flow immediately. And so as we move up through the base of our skull, we release the stress, we release the tension that we hold within the base of our brain. And we go straight up into our pineal gland. We tap our third eye. We ask that our pineal gland, that it be released from any calcification. And we expand our third eye with the beautiful indigo color, purple. And we allow our feminine brain and our masculine brain, we ask that they start to flow. And we ask that any toxicity and unbalances that we have within our brain, that we allow them to release out our ears, out our mouth, out our nose, out our eyes. And we open up our crown and we ask that they release out the crown as well. We receive this balance. We ask that the infinity symbol goes from left brain to right brain, allowing it to flow and release and balance as I speak. And we go the other way. We ask that it release, flow, and balance as I speak. We ask this with pure intent and pure light. And we open up our crown even further and we expand our crown. As we expand our crown, our light body starts to take over our human body. And we ask that we receive any crystalline light frequencies that we need to receive in order to shift within this portal. And we ask that this energy that comes down through and allows us to expand and find the knowing that we need in order to move forward and to step into who we are within our authentic self. I ask this with pure intent, with Jesus Christ stepping forward. He is one of my main guides that has always been with me since I was a child. He comes forward and he brings this through my words, through my mouth, through my eyes, the energy of love, the energy of humanity, of the world oneness that we all embrace and that we all bring to this frequency so that the dark can just feel the love and the dark just starts to dissolve and they have nowhere else to go but to feel our love and to feel our light. With this, I create a diamond frequency. We start it here at the third eye and we go from one ear to the heart, to the other ear, to the third eye. And it creates a diamond frequency, a diamond pattern around our heart space, around our third eye, and around our words, within our eyes, within our ears, within our nose, within our mouth, within all of our senses that we have within us. We ask this with pure intent that we are able to use all senses to guide us with this energy. And so it is, and so it is. And so we ask that this frequency, it brings us peace. It brings us harmony. It brings us light. It brings us the stillness within our heart space and allows us to free any fear that we have within, any anxiety that we have within. We ask that it releases. We ask that all the anger, the past anger that we have consumed, and we ask that it release as well. For we all are just one with the feeling of love and unity within the universe. This is the angelic prayer that comes through to me with the words of the angels singing, hallelujah. 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 I am absolutely so honored to be here today with all of you. I am grateful for our angels and our guides that have come forward today, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. I ask that we continue to receive these attunements that we have just received from the universe, and that we continue to download all of the wisdom and knowledge that we need in order for us to step into our own light, to step into our own wisdom, and to step into our own guided path that has been presented to us here on earth. I ask this with the utmost respect and love for humanity. I thank Jesus for being here today, and all of these beautiful angels and beings of light, all of our sisters and brothers that have connected our lights today on this beautiful portal of 222 today. I am honored to be here, and I am so grateful. Namaste. Thank you, Mariana. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to share with everyone that when I had asked Michelle to be a part of the our wonderful, beautiful, so heartfelt, nurturing, and fulfilling gathering together as what I feel this is, a soul family, soul tribe getting together and doing what we are meant to do on this planet. I had given her the opportunity to be a part of it, and I was given the guidance that she would be to speak at the end, as she would lead us into the completion of the anchoring of this portal. So Michelle, I thank you so much for your absolutely magnificent and radiant service to humanity as a whole. Thank you. And I'm honored.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of our presenters. Thank you so much to our family of light and to our soul tribe. And thank you so much for being a part of this absolutely magnificent gathering of souls, gathering of soul family. That's really what tonight was about. And I want to say a tremendous thank you to Scott Michael Harney from Esoteric Guides NYC for making this all possible. For Alan Steinfeld for collaborating with us from New Realities. Alan, thank you so much for your absolutely magnificent work that you do for humanity and for your assistance tonight. It's a great honor to have you be a part of this. To Jody Sirota. Jody, thank you so much for opening this up for us. This was absolutely amazing and just so heartfelt. It couldn't have been done without you. So thank you, Jody. Thank you so much. And Jody did tremendous amount of assistance with this event. So thank you again with that. And Daphna, thank you so much to you as well for being a part of this and for your tremendous work to humanity and for your assistance with this event. And thank you to Joan of Angels. It was such an honor to have you join us. Thank you so much. And to Neil, thank you for taking the time and the opportunity to be a part of this. You are, it's almost like a fixture. It's almost like a part of a thread of our soul tribe, and your poetry speaks not only in words, but your poetry speaks directly to the soul. So it's absolutely amazing. I call Neil's poetry a DNA activation because it does really truly go deepest into the core of your heart space and break it open. That's really how I would truly describe it. And it's been an honor to know you, Neil. Thank you so much for that. Igor, thank you for your beauty and the love that you give to humanity, and your tremendous service to the evolvement of human evolution is just absolutely impeccable and incredible. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for your tremendous support with everything that we do. Thank you. Meher, thank you so much for what an amazing, absolutely amazing presentation. You shined a light for all of us, and you light up the room with your beautiful smile and your beautiful essence. So thank you so much, Meher. Thank you. Haruko, Blue Star Child, thank you so much for that amazing music of what I call music to the soul. That was absolutely phenomenal and absolutely amazing. Thank you. And the fact that it was broadcasted live from Mount Shasta is so unbelievably powerful. That was truly felt. And for those that are watching and those that will be watching, that vibration is definitely felt. It doesn't matter where you are, because it is just quantum field vibrational frequency is just absolutely amazing. To Phil, Phil, we love you all. We all love you. And you bring so much peace and so much wisdom to us all. So thank you so much. That prayer was absolutely heart touching. It was deeply rooted into the soul. Thank you. Can't thank you enough, really. Rosalind, thank you for such a beautiful, beautiful transmission. Debbie, can't thank you enough again as well. That was so beautiful. I always say that your eloquence speaks infinite wisdom. The eloquence of your words are just, could listen to you for hours on end, because it is so beautiful. It's almost like every word is a harmonics. It's almost like an octave every time that you speak. So thank you so much for that. And Michelle, thank you for a most magnificent attunement. And thank you for leading us into the opening of this gateway. Thank you for anchoring the light of this gateway. And Celestine, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for such a beautiful blessing and a musical accompaniment. Thank you for accompanying that. That was so magnificent. Really, truly music to the soul. Thank you for that. To everyone that participated in this gathering, you guys are lights, like it was mentioned before, within our stratosphere and within our biosphere. And every time that we connect as a soul tribe and as a family, we light up Mother Earth and Gaia more and more, and we bring forward more of the evolution of our humanity. So thank you so much. I just want to add before we close, just one more thing. Just wanted to say that this came to me actually today at 222. This day focuses on themes like obtaining clarity by recognizing harmful patterns in our programming that have potentially blocked us from reaching our highest potential. Breaking free from old cycles and behaviors, feeling a sense of complete rejuvenation, reintegration, purification, reinvigoration, and renewal. We are all embarking on a new journey, a path of a whole new existence within this framework of reality. And therefore, we are experiencing signs and symptoms of a reset as we declutter, so to speak, and clear away old, unneeded, unnecessary, fragmented debris that, like dust particles, has been laying dormant in our codexes and codons for eons. And it is time now, light warriors, way showers, to stand up and embrace the sword of truth that has been piercing deeply into the core of Mother Gaia for generations. It is now time for the 144,000th and beyond to take a nice deepening breath into eternity and stare into the mirror of the platform of the doorway of all life, and finally heed the call that has been ringing through each ear and catacomb for decades. We are clearing away 22 years of karmic threads, 22 years of karmic miasma, and 22 years of an old rotting spin cycle of a wash that has been filtered through for thousands of our human years. Now, finally, a new chapter has emerged, and within this chapter, a new world order has been birthed through the womb of the feminine, as the sacred Sophia steps back into the limelight, and her dominion rocks the house of Zeus and Apollo once again. Once again, the oracles of Delphi stand up and muses sing tunes of glory, for we are stepping back into our power once again and reclaiming that which is rightfully ours, the freedom of each soul on earth to live together amongst each other in peace, harmony, and balance alongside the animal kingdom and the plant and the mycelia. It is no longer time now to take sides or compare nor compete for that which is falsehood of the old way. It is now time to stand together as the feminine and masculine under one union, the sacred union, as one whole, one tribe, and one voice. As more plasma light floods our soils, let us be kindred to each other. And let us, hold on just one second. Sorry about that. Let us be kindred to each other, and let us be free, for freedom is our birthright, and so is the very basic foundation of our conscious co-creation. We are not awakening, we are merely remembering. May this day of the 6 repetitive digits of the 2, which in numerology symbolizes right way, right direction, right choices, fill each heart tonight with unity, unwavering, supreme peace, unconditional, like Debbie said, indescribable love, and purity of thought form towards one another, as Yeshua once guided me. For we are who we came here to be. Not now, nor not ever have we ever been anything else. The freedom is in the knowing. It is like the wind, Yeshua once said. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Welcome to the new kingdom on earth. Only this time, it is not written in a book, and we don't need to climb mountains to get to it. This time, we are the book. And we are the ones writing the story. And we truly are the ones we have been waiting for. It begins with a seed, Miriam once said. And when planted, it grows and it grows and it grows. We shall not be silent. We shall be heard. And the seeds we plant today, tomorrow, the day after, and keep planting with our thoughts, our words, our direct actions, and anything we do from now on till eternity, because words and thoughts are not enough. We need direct action to really change what is happening and to progress our evolution. We'll send a shockwave into the sphere of all that is here on Earth, as it is in the galactic spectrum. So that way, our evolution can continue, and our future generations and the children that are coming now, that are coming to bring forth unconditional love, and all those that are incarnate can really make the biggest difference for humanity today. Thank you to all who participated. We love you all, and we thank you to all who are listening on all the platforms and will be listening in the future. We love you. Have a beautiful night or day wherever you are. We love you very much. Amen. Namaste. Aho, Shingo, and Ashe. Let it be. Blessed be. And it is so. May it be so. And it is done. Aho. Amen. Have a good night, everyone.
And everyone.
So much gratitude. Bye, everyone. Let it be.
Bye.
Bye. Blessed be and let it be. Have a beautiful night. And like Debbie said, see you all in the dreamscape.
Thank you. Much love.
Thank you. Good night.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.